cell phone resting on the deck of a boat miles away from its owner, a teenager left behind on a remote waterlocked barrier island, a group of friends returning to the mainland without the very person they brought with them. Everything about this scene had been arranged. The placement, the angle, the story it was trying to tell. Except one thing didn't add up. By the time investigators finished their first hour on scene, they knew this wasn't what it looked like. And the harder they looked, the more the arrangement started working against the person who built it. This is the story of Nolan Xavier Wells and the narrative of a simple holiday disappearance that was never as convincing as those who left him behind thought. Born in 2008, Nolan Xavier Wells was the kind of kid who instinctively understood the emotional temperature of a room. Growing up in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, a picturesque coastal town where the humidity hangs heavy and Friday night high school football dictates the social hierarchy, Nolan didn't just participate in his community, he anchored it. By the time he was 18, he stood an imposing 6'1", weighing 180 pounds, possessing the kind of athletic frame built for the gridiron. But physical intimidation was the absolute antithesis of his personality. In a demographic where teenage boys often posture and clash, Nolan was the designated diplomat. His childhood friends, a tight-knit group who had navigated the complex transition from middle school to young adulthood together, universally recognized him as the calming influence. When arguments sparked, Nolan was the one who extinguished them. He possessed a rare, quiet gravity. As one close friend described him, he was the kind of person who could spark up a whole room without ever raising his voice. He was a role model, deeply respected not just for his athletic prowess, but for his profound sense of empathy. This empathy was a direct reflection of his family environment. His mother, Christine Wansley, and his father, Elmore Wansley, raised a son whose kindness was his defining metric of success.